Alright, so using Pascal's triangle for binomial expansion. Alright, first off, Pascal's triangle. Okay, we're going to create a triangle. Our first number on top is going to be a 1. Okay, this one here, I'm going to do this now. This is considered row 0. We're going to do these ones again. We're going to separate the ones. The ones form a triangle. So if you notice, we have a triangle so far, and we have ones here. This is going to be row 1. We're going to do the same thing again. Ones on the outside, except now we're going to take the sum of our two ones in the middle. So 1 plus 1, we get 2, and 1 on the outside. This is row 2. And we're going to keep following this pattern. So we're going to have 1, take the sum of 1 and 2, which is 3, take the sum of 2 and 1, which is 3, and 1 on the outside. This is row 3. Do it again. 1, take the sum of 1 and 3, which is 4. Take the sum of 3 and 3, which is 6. Sum of 3 and 1, which is 4. And again, 1 on the outside. Okay, so your 1s are always on the outside. Let's do one more. And I'm sorry, this is row 4, which can put R4. And one more, which will be row 5. 1 on the outside. 4 plus 1 is 5. 4 plus 6 is 10. 6 plus 4 is 10. 4 plus 1 is 5. And then 1 on the outside again. Alright, I'm going to erase all these little marks here. Alright, so this is, and this Pascal's triangle will go on forever and ever and ever and ever. Okay. Now, how is it going to be helpful with our binomial expansion? Alright, so here's a little bit of the Pascal's triangle, just a little bit further. We got as far as here, but again, I'll go on and on and on. Alright, so let's use this. So here's our first equation. X plus y, the quantity x plus y squared. And we're going to use Pascal's triangle. Okay. This is only going to square it. So we can FOIL this out, which is nice and easy. We could just simply do x plus y times x plus y. But we're going to use the triangle to help us out. Alright, so if you want to put the triangle quickly on the corner, it's up to you. Or if you have it already in your notes, that's fine too. Alright, so this is going to be squared. So I want to go to down, so this is row 0, row 1, row 2. The 2 goes with the square. Okay. Now when I FOIL this out, okay, I'm going to use these coefficients here, 1, 2, and 1. Those are my main numbers, 1, 2, and 1. My first term here is x. Okay. My exponent is as high as squared. So this is going to be x squared, decreasing by 1, x to the first, and x to the 0. My last term here is y. So I'm going to start from the back. I'm going to say y squared, y to the first, y to the 0. When my sign is positive in the middle, all my signs are positives. So I'll have a plus sign in between all my terms. So plus, plus, plus. When it's minus, we'll do plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus. They'll alternate. All right. If I simplify this, 1 times anything is just 1, so I have x squared. The y to the 0 simplifies. Plus 2xy plus 1 times anything is 1, 0 to x to 0 is 0, y squared. So Pascal's triangle will help us find our coefficients in front of our variables. Alright, so that one was a little easier because it was squared. Let's try one with a cubic. So this is x plus y cubed. So again, I'm just going to quickly draw a Pascal's triangle for myself here. And I'm going to stop here on row 3. So this is the coefficients I'm going to use. 1, 3, 3, 1. Okay, and again, I'm using row 3 because my binomial is cubed. I'm going to start with my first term x. I'm going to start with my highest power, so x cubed, x squared, x to the first, x to the 0. Using my y term in the back. Start from the back. Y cubed, y squared, y to the first, y to the 0. My sign is a positive sign, so all my terms would be positive. And the last step will be just to simplify. So here's x cubed plus 3x squared y plus 3xy squared plus, I think I threw an extra plus sign here by accident, and then y cubed. Alright, so x plus y to the fourth. I'm going to use I'm going to write my Pascal's triangle. So row 1, row 0, row 1, row 2, row 3, and last but not least, this is the one that's going to be important, row 4. Alright, so the coefficients I'm going to use are 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. Okay, starting with my x's, I have x plus y to the fourth. Let's bring those over. So I'm going to put x to the fourth, x to the third, x squared, x to the first, x to the 0. Starting with my y's from the back, y to the fourth, y to the third, y squared, y to the first, y to the 0. Again, my signs are all positive, and we'll do an example where they're negative shortly, and then simplify. This is just x to the fourth plus 4x cubed y plus 6x squared y squared plus 4x y cubed plus y to the fourth. Alright, so now a little different. We have coefficients here, 2x plus 3, and we have coefficients numbers. Alright, so I'm going to third power, so I'm going to use the Pascal's triangle again. Row 0, row 1, row 2, and finally row 3. So 1, 3, 3, 1. Okay. So for this one, we know we're going to take our first term and we're going to make it to the third power. But our question is, what is our first term? Our first term here is 2x. So in parentheses, I'm going to put 2x to the third power. Next term, 2x to the second power. Next term, 2x to the first power. And finally, 2x to the 0 power. And when you get more used to this, you don't have to put the 2x to the 0 power. You realize that that's going to go away, so you don't have to put it down. Now I have positive 3. So let's go with the positive 3. So I'm going to start from here. 3 to the third power times 3 to the second power times 3 to the first power times 3 to the 0 power. All addition, we'll put addition signs in between everything. And then your last step, simplify. This is 2x cubed. So 2 times 2 times 2, 8x cubed. That takes care of my first term. Second term, I got 3 times 3, which is 9, times 2x squared. 2x squared is 4x squared. So 4 times 9, 36x squared. Plus 3 squared, 9. 9 times 3, 27. 27 times 2, 54x. Plus, this all simplifies, leaving me with just 3 cubed, which is 27. Alright, last one, Pascal's triangle to the third power. So again, I'm going to do Pascal's on my right. That's row 0, row 1, row 2, and I'm going to stop here at row 3. So my coefficients, 1, 3, 3, 1. First term, 3x squared. So this is 3x to the third times 3x squared times 3x to the first times 3x to the 0. And again, the 3x to the 0 is optional. Okay? You don't have to put that on your exam or anything, just so we know. Last term, negative 2. Okay, I'm going to take the negative 2 with me. So negative 2 to the third times negative 2 squared times negative 2 to the first, and then times negative 2 to the 0 power. Now if this all goes right, your signs here should alternate. It should be plus, minus, plus, minus. Alright, and you should get the minus sign from the negative 2. So my first term, I got 3x cubed. 3 cubed is 27. X cubed. I have 3x squared. 3 squared is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 times negative 2 is negative 54x squared. Okay, so your negative sign is coming from your negative 2 to the first power. This one should be plus. Let's confirm it. We have negative 2 squared, which is positive 4. Positive 4 times 9, 36x. My last one should be negative as well. This simplifies. This simplifies. I have negative 2 to the third power, which is negative times a negative times a negative, which is negative 8. And that's our final answer.